Meet Mark. Mark is doing everything by the book. He wakes up at 5 a.m., journals, and dives straight into his deep work block. He's following the scaling strategies from the top business books of 2021. He's implemented the high-ticket sales funnels he saw in those most watched tutorials from 2023. He's consistent, he's disciplined, and he's hitting every single one of his KPIs. But Mark isn't getting rich. He's just getting tired. He feels like he's running a race on a treadmill that someone keeps speeding up. No matter how much content he posts or how many cold emails his team sends, the needle barely moves. He's confused because he's doing exactly what the gurus told him to do. He's playing the game perfectly, yet he's losing. What if the advice that built your mentors' empires is the exact same advice that will bankrupt yours? You see, in the world of business, best practices are usually just past practices. By the time a strategy is documented in a hardcover book or packaged into a $2,000 course, it has already been exploited to the point of zero margin. You aren't early to the party. You're the one being asked to help clean up the trash after the music has stopped. If you feel like you're working harder than ever for diminishing returns, it's not because you lack discipline. It's because you are running a zombie strategy, a business model that looks alive on paper, but is actually dead in the 2026 market. We are currently living through the most volatile shift in commerce since the Industrial Revolution. The bridge between how it used to work and how it works now has collapsed. If you don't rebuild your bridge, you're going to spend the next 5 years of your prime wondering why the proven systems left you broke. Let's talk about the 3 specific zombie strategies that are currently killing your growth. The first is the generalist agency model. In 2022, you could start a marketing agency and sell everything from SEO to social media management. In 2026, that is a death sentence. Why? Because AI has commoditized the doing. If a client can use a specialized agentic AI to handle their basic SEO or content scheduling for $50 a month, they aren't going to pay you $5,000 to do the same thing. The 2026 market data is brutal. Generalist agencies have seen a 40% drop in client retention over the last 18 months. Clients don't want a jack of all trades anymore. They want a master of one specific outcome. If you're still selling digital marketing, you're a commodity. And commodities always compete on price. That is a race to the bottom you will not win. But it gets deeper than just market saturation. The second zombie strategy is the high-friction sales funnel. You know the one? The long VSL, the forced 45-minute webinar, the apply to work with us form that leads to high-pressure discovery call. In 2024, this was the gold standard. In 2026, it's a lead repellent. Consumer psychology has shifted. People are funnel fatigued. They know the tricks. They know that limited time offer is a countdown timer plugin. They know the application is just a way to see if their credit limit is high enough. In an era of instant gratification and AI-driven transparency, friction is the enemy of conversion. If you make it hard for people to buy from you, they will find someone who makes it easy. The third, and perhaps most painful, is relying on organic reach without paid amplification. I know the organic purists love to talk about the power of the algorithm, but look at the numbers. Organic reach on major platforms for business accounts has hit an all-time low, averaging less than 2% in early 2026. If you think you're safe because you have a unique product, you're missing the biggest shift in consumer psychology since the 1950s. Attention is no longer a meritocracy. It's a toll road. If you aren't putting even a small amount of gas behind your content through targeted amplification, you are effectively shouting into a vacuum. You're a ghost ship in a crowded harbor. So, how do you stop copying the ghosts of 2021 and start winning in 2026? You need a total recalibration. Step 1 is the first principles audit. You need to strip your business down to its skeleton. Forget what the books say. Ask yourself, if I started this business today with 0 legacy systems, how would I solve my customer's problem most efficiently? Most people are carrying technical debt in their business models. They keep a department or a process because that's how we've always done it. Kill the always. If a process doesn't directly contribute to the niche of one value you provide, it needs to be automated or eliminated. You need to be lean, mean, and modular. Step 2 is leveraging asymmetric AI tools. Everyone is using AI to write emails or generate images. That's low-level thinking. To win now, you need asymmetric leverage. This means using AI for things that used to require a team of 10. I'm talking about using generative engines for predictive market analysis, knowing what your customer wants before they do. I'm talking about agentic workflows, where AI agents handle your entire back office operations, from invoicing to lead qualification, without a human ever touching it. The goal isn't to use AI. The goal is to build an AI native infrastructure that allows you to operate with the overhead of a freelancer, but the impact of a corporation. This is how you reclaim your margins. Step 3 is building a niche of one, moat. In a world where everything can be copied by an algorithm, the only thing that can't be replicated is your founder's perspective. This is the combination of your unique lived experience, your specific taste, and your deep human-to-human relationships. You need to stop trying to be the best and start being the only. If someone can find a cheaper version of what you do in a freelance marketplace, you don't have a moat. But if people come to you because of your specific lens on the world, your brand, then you are uncopyable. Brand is the ultimate defense against the commoditization of 2026. Look, the anxiety you feel isn't a sign that you're a failure. It's a sign that your intuition is working. You know the old rules aren't working anymore. You can see the cracks in the foundation. The guru you're following is likely still living off the momentum of a strategy that peaked 3 years ago. They're selling you the map to a city that has already been remodeled. The 2026 economy doesn't reward the diligent student who follows outdated instructions. It rewards the adaptive architect who looks at the current landscape and builds something new. It rewards the people who are brave enough to kill their darlings, to scrap the funnel that worked in 2023 because it's dragging them down in 2026. You have a choice right now. You can keep being Mark. You can keep hitting those outdated KPIs, working those 80-hour weeks, and watching your bank account stay stagnant while your burnout grows. You can keep telling yourself that the breakthrough is just around the corner if you just try harder. Or you can realize that the corner has moved. The new rules are about speed, specificity, and soul. They're about using the most advanced technology to deliver the most human experience, while they are about moving away from volume and toward value. If you are still using a 2021 playbook, you aren't just behind, you're invisible. The market has no mercy for the slow to adapt, but for those who are willing to do the audit, embrace the asymmetry of new tools, and build their niche of one. The opportunity has never been bigger. The first billion-dollar solo business is being built right now. It isn't being built with a 20-step email sequence or a generalist agency model. It's being built by someone who realized that the best practices were a trap. Stop copying the past. Start building for the reality of right now. Your business doesn't need more hustle. It needs a new operating system. The question is, are you brave enough to hit the reset button before the market hits it for you? Because the 2026 clock is ticking. And it doesn't wait for anyone to catch up. Take a look at your current proven strategy. If it feels like a heavyweight, it probably is. Cut it loose. Recalibrate. The future belongs to the lean, the specific, and the fast. Don't be the one cleaning up the trash after the party. Be the one hosting the next one. The world is changing. Change with it, or get left behind in the archives of what used to work. The choice is yours. We are seeing a massive great filter in the business world right now. The middle class of digital entrepreneurs is being erased. You're either going to become an ultra-efficient, AI-augmented powerhouse with a niche of one moat, or you're going to be replaced by a script that costs 4 cents to run. There's no longer a prize for trying hard with a mediocre strategy. The market doesn't care about your effort, it only cares about your relevance. If you're still clinging to the tactics of the golden age of SaaS or the agency boom, you are essentially trying to win a Formula One race on a horse. The horse was great for a long time, but the environment has fundamentally shifted. You have to stop looking at what worked for the giants who started 5 years ago. Their legacy is their liability. They are too big to pivot, too invested in their old funnels to see the cliff ahead. You, however, have the advantage of agility. You can drop the dead weight of 2023 overnight. You can adopt the asymmetric tools that the big players are too scared to touch. This isn't just about survival. It's about the massive wealth transfer happening right under your nose. The zombie strategies are falling away, leaving a vacuum. That vacuum will be filled by the architects who aren't afraid to look at the best practices and say, that's exactly what I'm not going to do. Your future self is either going to thank you for having the courage to pivot now, Or wonder why you spent the most productive years of your life defending a dying fortress? Reset the board. The game has changed.